Greetings and welcome to Initial Indie Impressions, a type of review style which I've decided to opt into where I play a game briefly for maybe an hour or two and then I share my thoughts on the internet just as a way to hopefully inform you about this game, make you aware that this game exists, but also perhaps inform you on purchasing decisions when eventually I'll begin doing these videos on more recent games, because this particular game it was developed by Molasses Games, published in February of this year, so I'm quite late to the party. It was a Kickstarter game, a successful Kickstarter game, and it had a goal of 150,000. It reached 200 or 250,000 thereabouts. So successful Kickstarter, and it's a roguelite survival scavenger node-based game. Now, I realize that's a bit confusing. It'll make more sense when I start playing the game, and I already have a save ready for you. So let's go right ahead and have a look at what it is. I think I've said all that needs to be said initially. There's our dog. The dog serves as a sort of to help us isolate or find materials, and here's a loading screen. But don't worry, that's not slow frame rate. That's just, here we are. So this is the second part of the game. The game is split into two parts. Let me loot that. There's the moment-to-moment node-based exploration, scavenging, crafting. Try to survive, because this is a survival game. It really wears it on its sleeve. Where, there's some loot over to our left. I wonder if I can... No. Okay, yep. There you go. This is the second half. So there's a node-based exploration part to it, which I'm approaching onto now. You can see those orange icons. And I think I'll approach that farmstead. And you can see I'm a little bit thirsty. Over to the left, please. And then there's a second part where you're exploring from one place to the other. So this is a survival game. You have to keep track of your thirst. As you saw earlier, there was a thirst meter. Let me just quickly jump into my inventory. There's inventory management, and you can probably hear me clicking about. Hydration plus 50. If you look at the bottom, I have hunger, 44 out of 100, thirst, 49, body temp, and fatigue. All those I need to take care of. So if I just drink this, I should consume. And this is happening real time as well, so I could be discovered. Gas bomb schematic added to journal to the right. Alright, so this is the main gameplay, the moment to moment. This looks like a farmstead, so I believe there's going to be lots of corn, lots of food available in this area. And see, this is the dog's job. He helps me find dandelions. Whenever you see these small, lots of caches to explore, take a jar. Jar's good for water. Or other things I think you can keep. Oh, hello, there's a pig. Okay, that's a bit scary. I have no idea how to deal with pigs. If he attacks me, I could potentially break a bone. Now, let's get away from this pig. Because I don't need a broken bone. So let's go over first, while I collect these things, the UI. So top left you can see there's my inventory. Oh, this looks all neat. Let's search. Take all. Old lumber's good for repairing my raft. Top left there's my inventory. It's 20 out of 20, so it's completely full. Here you can find water. Fill jar. Top left is inventory. The L trigger is like the quick actions, and I have some food I can eat really quickly if I'm getting particularly hungry. And first aid kits. I have on the top right, it's the time of day and my temperature. Let's loot this place. Take that all, please. And on the bottom, most important, you have on the left my food meter, just to the right of that, my water meter, to the right of that, my body temperature, and then my fatigue, how tired I am. And in the middle, that's my character portrait. The blue bar is my stamina, because you can press X to scare away things. Well, it's not really an attack button, but it scares things away. My character portrait, there is no explicit health bar in this game. Instead, what you have is you have ailments. Let me actually show off the inventory before I leave. Where you have far left, you have my overarching objective is I have an old radio, just find the highest possible point, or just travel to the highest possible point to get a better signal. Clinician, these are sort of like hidden tutorials for me to achieve. So clinician, visit a clinic, find medical supplies, and that'll be good, and I'll get as reward penicillin. So it's just kind of teaching me the ropes of the game. Next, I have my ailments or my afflictions. I'm currently healthy, and when I'm not healthy, there'll be a list to the right. It will actually tell me what I need to cure it. This is my crafting menu, so you can separate it into crafting clothing, foods, health stuffs, tools, I suppose, and miscellaneous, which are important because I need to make a new pouch for myself. A pouch will increase my inventory. And then the inventory itself, my dog Aesop, I've named him. You were given a choice. He can hold on to some of the stuff. I'm not sure exactly how it's decided what he holds on to, but he just has that. It's good to keep in mind. And the tool belt, I've made a few tools, and I'm just noticing now they have durability. I haven't used my hammer yet. Oh, and what I'm geared up with. I haven't really looked at this menu. Not that it should matter all too much. So this is pretty much the core loop of the game. I jump onto my raft, go down this river to find... Oh, look, another node. It looks like a church right up ahead. I'm not moving very quickly. Church up ahead. There are things to loot on this kind of overworld, this watery waterworld. And then you go on and do this over and over again. Getting supplies, saplings are amazing because they can make rabbits. See, part of the crafting involved. If I go to my crafting menu, yes, rabbit, I hear you. If I go to, I can't. One of these, there's a snare. I need 2 braided cords. Okay, so miscellaneous. Make 1 more braided cord. And then the snare is available to me to create. The snare is an ancient wilderness trap good for catching smaller animals. Now, okay, let's hold this guy over here. Go to my quick menu, and I have a snare ready to deploy, but I didn't do it right. That's building a fire. No. Oof, don't. Just a single A press is enough. I guess if I put it on top of there, that should do the job. And see, this all happens real time, so I have to be wary of my hunger, of my... Let's chase the rabbit. Let's try and chase the rabbit into a hole, please. No, wrong hole. That's what she said. No matter. Saplings are... Oh, and mulberries. Berries are good for... Oh, I heard something, and I'm sure you heard something too. Okay, it seems like there was a bug. But no matter. See, I get myself raw meat and I have it, and rabbit hide. Raw meat can be cooked. It can also be eaten raw, but eating it raw will afflict you with a status ailment. Let's see, what is this about? This is the first time I visited a church. I'm not exactly sure what can be found at churches. Rags and stitching kits. And alcohol. Thank you, Aesop. Aesop will help. I can sleep in here, but I'm not going to. I'd rather eat. There is a point to sleeping. One, yes, of course, you get fatigued. I'm not sure what happens if you run out of fatigue. And I'm getting lots of new schematics. In fact, I'll take this as an opportunity to build myself a new pouch. So I think that falls under miscellaneous. Create the item. And voila, back +4. Damn it, I was expecting something like +10, but I guess I was too optimistic. Oh, aloe, that's really good for helping with if you have rashes, for example. Oh, and more water. Let's fill up yet another jar, because I am not quite yet thirsty. I wonder if I could build yet another snare. Let me check. Crafting menus are ordered alphabetically, which can be somewhat frustrating. No, I don't have enough saplings, which is unfortunate. Could I kill these? Since I don't actually have an attack button, I just have a scare away button used for scaring away crows. I'm not entirely sure the purpose of scaring away crows are, but that's what that's for. In any case, I feel like this represents the gameplay loop relatively accurately, but I still haven't shown off. I don't want to intentionally get myself sick, but I might just do that. See, the different icons, if I press X, I can... No, I can't quite. You can push yourself hard in one direction. The node 70 meters away looks like it belongs to a dock that I've unfortunately missed. And this here are rapids. Very difficult to control, and you want your stamina to be able to control in this place. but just let the river take you, is what it is. So it somewhat reminds me of, say, XCOM, the 2012 or 2013 version, where the game tries to ham-fist this... Oh, and your craft can take damage. The game tries to ham-fist this, you only have a limited number of decisions, choose wisely, depending on which missions you go on. And this game does that, a similar thing, except it's a lot more seamlessly and elegantly implemented into the game. I want to go to a farmstead because there's food, I suspect, and I'm getting a little bit hungry. Whereas in XCOM, the 2012 version, what would end up happening is, there are 3 missions all happening concurrently, or 3 different places you can go, but you can only choose one. The way this game approaches is it just sort of shows you what's up ahead. It's up to you to try and it's up to you to decide and prioritize which area is the most important. Because of course, going to one area, you might inexplicably, this place feels scary, corn's good to eat. You might inexplicably, some of them might be mutually exclusive and you may not realize it. So you have to take into consideration when you decide where you're going to go. I see something in the top right corner and that terrifies me. Let's first head down to the left. This game it reminds me of a Tim Burton movie, for example. It's got that oh, hello. I'm sure I could craft myself a bow or something, and I can't see the pig because there's trees in the way, but I still want to go down to the bottom. Has this Tim Burton-esque, this looks like the quilt of Big John Boar, so some lore it seems. Big John Boar kept his own counsel, had his own opinions about things. The more facts presented proved contrary, the more he'd dig in deeper. That's what they'd want you to think he'd fuss. Never rightly could say who they were supposed to be, but stayed put just the same. Interesting. So some lore that's new to me. It has this Tim Burton-esque, creepy, cute aesthetic. It's not quite as... this ball's going to keep attacking me. Look, buddy, I want to stop by the well. Could you leave me alone? Maybe... Oh dear, don't charge me. Is the ball going to leave me alone now? Or is it going to charge the shoe? Oh god, and there's a broken bone. To get out of that, I'll need to build myself. I'll have to build myself a splint, take all, moldy dump, that's good for penicillin. Don't you dare, don't you dare. Okay. Hello, good... No, don't open that. I want to talk to this man here. But I guess this game is having a couple of bugs. I'm very hungry. You know, this is a good chance maybe to eat some jerky. Okay, that'll satisfy me for a little bit. Loot. Empty. I'd like to speak with this fellow here, but it's not... Visit Helen. Helen Cockcrow. Why, look at you, what a little lamb. Come in, warm yourself. Much obliged. Are you by chance narratively inclined? We get so few recounters around here these days. Perhaps, I suppose. Make you an offer, captivate me with a story, some amusing anecdote or melancholy tale. In return, I'll provide you this tool I fashioned. What say you? Don't seem the tool-making type, is what I say. Give us some sass. Fashionableness and feckleness don't always go hand in hand, darling. One must remain able on one's own. Seems agreeable. Marvellous. Spin me a yarn. Tell a melancholy tale. Never knew where my kin were from, suspect none of us did. Still we had a bunk cabin, roof over our heads, 3 squares daily. Someone mind after you? Answer. Head counsellor, finest sort. When she passed, none of us could stay. Most of the others meant to find a city. Oh, some backstory it seems. And you? Reckon my place was out here in the hollow. Been on your own long? Who can tell anymore? Sorry to hear, darling. Here's the spear trap doohickey as promised. Most obliged. A spear trap. Pleasure's mine. Dare say I began to grow sour with my own company. Marvellous as my memories are, they're a mite overplayed. Do take care now. Take care. I need to build myself a splint. Don't you dare. Will you charge me if I'm over here? So, oh, okay. No, that's rain. Time to sleep. Just waited out 4 hours. Yeah, so there are atmospheric or weather phenomena. Oh, it's still raining. Get back in. 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 Oh, too late. So there you saw a status element. The first, me not being sufficiently equipped for rain, which is what that was about. Now, time to get... If I look at my status element, broken bone, set a break wrong, and it'll be hobble. Splint, none in bag, cure with splint. That bar, as it increases, it will eventually heal itself. I assume that's in my experience, but I'm not gonna... Well, maybe I could risk it. Hello, bunny, where do you live? Right there. So, I will build... No, I'm sorry. Oh, gosh. I'll build a splint myself elsewhere. Because as long as that pig is around, it's gonna really make my day difficult. So there are weather phenomena, and just to speak, this isn't the first time I've had some kind of random encounter, and here's a little detail. The animation is different for when you have a broken bone. It's just a cute little touch. Not my first time I've ran into... I'm getting very hungry. Just trying to avoid the rapids. Come on now, what's going on? I feel somewhat trapped. It seems I missed out on my chance to go to one of those nodes. Oh well. I did meet some feral children earlier and they creeped me the hell out, so I decided not to deal with them. I was afraid of something like play with the devil. And oh, there's loot. There's loot. Boom. So there are things... Oh, awesome, jerky. I could eat that. And a campfire, so I can cook myself some meat. If you look in the bottom left, it says Luke's lucky location often has flint or always has a lit fire. Good thing to know. So eventually you'll build yourself a mental map of... This is new. The Black Wolf. The wolf is the archetype of raven, the beast of waste and desolation. You cannot survive for long in an encounter with a wolf. You need traps to kill it. Press X to find the wolf and buy a little time to flee. I take it there are wolves in this area, so I cannot afford to have a splint. So to craft a splint, it'll be under medical. I need 2 samplings. Okay. Oh well. This is a quest system. This is where I was getting those quests from. See, collect. Nothing to collect. You get to be able to collect things. Fire starter, I suspect if I go to... I'm starving. I'm about to starve. And let's eat some corn as well. I need myself that campfire. I worry about the wolves. I feel like this is the first time I'm doing this sort of thing, so I'm getting a little... I need to practice a little bit. This is the first time I've seen a car before. This is interesting. Thin gloves, raft schematic, awesome. And saplings. I could possibly build myself a splint, but I think I'm more interested in traps. And there's the fabled campfire. Singing by the campfire, sing that campfire song. CAMPFIRESONG song. Okay, quit barking, dog. I hear you. I know, I've just been there. Moldy dump and flint. This is quite the atmospheric game, and the music is wonderful. Oh, see, there's a crow here. Scare the crow. Oh, that's why crows are dangerous. Where's the wolf? I'm gonna sit. Hopefully, this opens. Hopefully, I'm safe. I'm not entirely sure if this is happening real time or not. Let's see. Let's cook myself. I'm still losing hunger if you pay attention. Let me cook myself. Cooked meat. I have 2 raw meat. I'll make 2 cooked meat. Tainted bait schematic added to journal. So I'm learning lots of new things. I don't... maybe I should have made some jerky. Alas, oh well. So you can see, more filling than raw meat. Very unlikely to give parasites or food poisoning. So eating raw meat could potentially give you food poisoning. That's a bit of a criticism. I wish the game didn't tell you that explicitly. I do like the game telling you how do you heal a broken leg, say, but I'd rather not be told, or like that penicillin is good for healing. Sorry, inventory. A broken leg is, penicillin is good for healing, say, I think parasites or something, or bacteria. But I dislike it when the game outright tells you, equip please, when the game outright tells you that this is what it's good for. I have a speed trap. Good for sticking a hog or a wolf. You know, I'll keep that in mind next time I see a hog, a pig. No. Oh, I must... This radius around the fire must be my safe. Shoo, go away. I need... Shoo, away. Away. Go away. Oh, there you go. Lacerations. This is, and as you notice, as I get more ailments, my... Oh god, that looks exceptionally bad. Shoo, go away. Shoo, away. And my character portrait gets progressively more and more... Get out of here, get out of here. My character portrait gets progressively more and more just broken. And oh god, I'm gonna hit the wall right away, aren't I? Push away from that. Because the raft does have... My raft is almost completely broken. I desperately need to find myself a dock and repair it using old lumber that I've found. So I feel this is probably a good place to leave things on. I feel like maybe not as well as I should have, but I have explained this game's cool gameplay loop sufficiently. I want to visit the farm or the camp. I feel like a camp is a good start. Because as was explained, camps always have fires and flint. Oh, often has flint. Might have fires. Oh, okay, another quest. Grub snacker. Let's check my... Eat 10 grubs. Okay. Basic tools. Oh, I've done that, so I can collect, and I get myself a jar. Hooray. A real criticism that should be aimed towards the game is that these nodes, they're progressively generated. Unfortunately, I'm noticing they're very repetitive. As I'm hungry. Oh, it's 50% hunger. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. That these nodes are becoming progressively more repetitive, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful to look at, and the aesthetic is wonderful. I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. But it's just credit where credit's due. The music is wonderful, for example, though you haven't really heard very much of it to begin with. See, I'm noticing rabbit hole right here, so I could catch myself a rabbit. And in the top right it tells me it's... Oh, pay attention. See, some of these things are difficult to see, which is why the dog is a thing. I swear to God, though, he barks far too frequently. Tickle. And old lumber. I'm glad I built myself more inventory space. And I need more food desperately. Maybe I should sleeping, and then maybe craft myself a snare first, and then sleep. Make sure I can craft a snare in the first place. The crafting menu is very... Oh, this is neat. Fishing hook and fishing line, I see. And some of these things, tools, they're good. Some of these I haven't built, like steel knife, that's really cool. I need a boar hide. Tainted meat. I guess that's... Don't eat it, it will kill you. That might be for animals, things like wolves. No, I was going to build a snare. What am I missing? I'm probably missing 2 braided cords. Clear space my inventory. I can eat something. If I eat a whole bunch of berries, you can eat a whole stack at once if I just find it. The crafting menu, it's intuitive, but it's a bit difficult to get around in the first place, I find, in my experience. Now, this is good. I can now go craft myself 2 braided cords, then jump over to a snare. Wonderful. Sleep till the morning. And hopefully the fire doesn't go out. Sleep until the morning and catch some rabbit. Oh, I'm starving. Okay, this is dear. Okay, this is one of the ways you can die. For example, do I have any? Hold up. I've got corn and it's raining. This is perhaps one of the worst ways to go. Where is my corn? I can't see. Here we are. Consume stack. Starvation briefly cured. Are the bunnies still hanging around? And it's raining, so now I'm not going to actually have a chance to... I'm not gonna have a chance to cook because it'll be raining. Build the trap, please. I could eat it raw. Yeah, you'll get desperate. I'll eat it raw. It just means I'll survive for a little bit longer. Come on. I heard that go off in the distance. That's helpful. Take all. Where's my raw meat? Parasites. I'll get parasites. No matter, I need this. Okay. Well, I'll survive a little bit longer. Oh gosh. This is how things tend to go all wrong. Staph infection. There you have it. And one of my lacerations got cured. Oh dear. I suspected that as much as that I could get infected, but I hadn't actually experienced it first hand. 2 staph infections and lacerations cured at least. Huh. Look on the bright side. That must be from the rain. Anyway, this looks like a fishery. I'll continue playing this to the moment I die. So the core strength of the game is that it's very much a scavenging game. It's a game about scavenging, and it's up to you to decide whether or not that alone is enough to... Oh, okay, no, that's see that red stuff? That's poison ivy. So I can get a rash. You know what? I ain't no woman. I can take it. Is this a toolbox? Yes, please. Night. I need to eat. Eat the garlic. We'll give it to... I could eat all the dandelions. Oh, they don't give you any nutritional value. More mulberries, consume stack. Because I want to know what these night crawlers are. Nutrition plus 15. Oh, that is a blessing from above. So the core conceit of this game is that it is a game about scavenging. Now, whether or not that is enough to keep you entertained for... Because this is a roguelite, you're expected to die. There's a lot of procedural generation going on. Whether or not that's enough for you, you can make your mind up on your own. Anyways, let's have a look at some of these infections. Open wounds in a dirty world, let the tiny bugs in. Treat it as fast before it becomes something worse. Oh. Oh dear. I do have myself some meat, don't I? No, I'm not going to use that fire I have with me. I'm going to use it elsewhere. So, this is a roguelite. There will be repeat playthroughs. You do have the choice when starting your first game. Oh, let me loot this. Where am I going? Why am I going backwards? This is a loop-de-loop. Whoops. Oh dear. Oh well. Not gonna get that loot. That could have been jerky. That jerky could save my life. Yes, I realize I'm hungry. Scout. Like Atticus Finch Scout. You were given the option when starting this game to choose between... I say this is the third region. Out of 10. This is the overarching structure of the game. This is on the macro level. I'm thirsty. Not really. Thirst is not such a big deal. I'm surprised at how quickly you get hungry, since realistically, in real life, if we're trying to be realistic, you can't survive without water for 3 days. You can't survive without food for 3 weeks. Oh, there's a... Yet... Sepsis. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it got worse. It got very bad. And once again, I'm very hungry. I'll craft myself a campfire. Please hurry up, young lady. I'll craft myself a campfire, which I have. Just set it up here. Yes, I know, I'm starving. I'm starving. But I can sit, I can cook. No, please don't die, please don't die. Cooked yucca. Where's the cooked yucca? Where is it? Oh, that gives me a lot of nutrition. Oh, thank gosh. Oh boy, I'm gonna make myself a lot more yucca. And actually, this might be a good opportunity to leave this off. I haven't done a particularly good job at this, but hopefully I have helped show off the game. Oh, is that the map of the current region, perhaps? Or not? I don't know. I've perhaps, hopefully, shown you enough of the game for you to make your own decision as to whether you like it or not. That does it for this episode, for this initial indie impressions, I think I've called it. So thank you so much for watching. Your viewership is much appreciated. Stay tuned. I actually do have more of these kinds of videos lined up for more recent games, believe it or not. And also, I'm thinking of actually giving this game a let's play. I'm enjoying it. Perhaps the most glowing thing I can say about this game is that whilst I'm not necessarily hooked, and it's not like I'm obsessing over it and I have a strong desire to continue playing this game, I am definitely intrigued and I would like to see more of it. So on that note, hopefully I can see you later.